Dear Toastmasters and guests, have you ever been told that the best things that you can do to prepare for your future careers is to stop looking for a job? Does it make sense for you?
No.
So yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense, but actually, this is what Diane Mulcahy, she is an author of this book, tells her students during her MBA course on a gig economy. So what is the gig economy? Is anybody familiar with this concept? Well,
gig is a concert.
Gigabytes.
no, I know. I knew that you have such associations. Okay, good. So the gig economy is an environment where the temporary jobs are common, and the organizations and the workers work on a contract base. So in a short-term engagement. So that is something like freelancing. Does we have someone in working in freelance here? Nobody. Okay. The gig economy is considering like an economy of the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to explain the major logic behind of the professor's advice in 3 main points. So what is a gig economy, and how does it come to our life? First of all, it's a changing work environment.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that now it's changing worker and the employer relationship. So more and more companies prefer to give their work to outsource.
Mm-hmm.
So in a gig economy, we don't have any more jobs, but we have only work, part-time work that anybody can do, anybody with the appropriate skills. So according to the McKinsey research, 20 to 30% across US and the European countries were engaged in independent work. It's among working age population. And changing work environment can be explained in 3 ways. So first of all, it's full-time jobs are disappearing. So if before we had 2 to 3% increase, actually US had 2 to 3% increase in employment growth because of the private sector. Now this growth is forming thanks to the part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So 15 and 8%, actually, according to the latest statistic, it's almost 16.5%. This is the percent that is engaged in independent work among US workers.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually engage in independent contractors, on-call workers, temporary help agency workers, and others. As you see, for the last 2 decades, US faced this increase in a number of independent workers till this 15 and 8, and in I think in the 2070s it's almost 65%. So here are the fastly growing companies
Mm-hmm.
that are prefer to employ part-time independent workers to give their work for outsource instead of full-time workers. So for example, it's huge companies like Uber, Airbnb, Lyft, and others. Can we go further? Yeah, here you can see that the more than half of surveyed workers in the US are ready to change their work to be an independent worker in the future. And the second point is workers strive to independence. So once you are in a gig economy, you have you can decide how you will spend your time, what the volume of work you will have, and how much income you are going to generate. So control your own time. No more traditional 9 to 5 work schedule. Actually, it is inheritance of Industrial Revolution when we had to use our daylight time to be productive. And in a gig economy, you will have any time. You will have vacation anytime, and you will only decide how much time off you can take. This is actually the result of a survey made by McKinsey and Company. So the independent workers were divided into 4 segments. Free agents, who are majorly working as an independent worker, casual earners who have independent work as a supplementary job, reluctance, they are actually those who won't work as a traditional full-time job workers, but they don't have any other options. So financially strapped, they also working as a independent worker out of necessity. So and this survey showed that independent workers are more happier than those who were employed. So in the digital platforms, they help actually to these independent workers to find their job more quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Next slide. So, and the last point is the income security. So in the gig economy, a portfolio of work better protects you against the possibility of losing your income, your income. So if you have several gigs, so several projects,
Mm-hmm.
You are less likely to be unemployed,
Mm-hmm.
and you can be only underemployed, just losing some of them. Next one, the health insurance. So yeah, in the US actually they have health insurance better in terms of range and the coverage, and the last one is retirement savings, so that the full-time employees have less contribution to the retirement savings than the sole proprietor or independent workers. So, and to sum up all of these reasons, I would like to conclude my presentation. So the gig economy gives us the chance to take our lives, both professional and personal, away from our employers and back into our own hands. So that is a change worth embracing.
Woo! Woo!
Amazing speech.